this video, I talk about the defensive and the defensive rich Sensibio moisturizers. Is it even a good moisturizer? Does it do anything special for that sensitive skin? See, both of them are moisturizers. So let me actually start with what a basic moisturizer must do. Good moisturizer must do three things. First thing is add hydration to the skin. Second, soften the skin down a bit. And third one is to actually seal the hydration that has been brought to the skin. Form a layer on top of the skin so that the hydration that's been brought by the moisturizer doesn't evaporate back into the atmosphere. Now, when it comes to adding hydration, the defensive one and the defensive rich one have ingredients like glycerin, which can pull hydration to the skin. Glycerin is a humectant, meaning it's a water magnet. It's going to draw water to the skin. The second thing is about softening the skin. It's got scoline. Scoline is a good ingredient to give a soft finish to the skin. And the defensive one also has mango seed butter, which does that same thing. The defensive rich one also has a bunch of waxy ingredients, which actually softens the skin even more than what the defensive one can do. The third is to actually form a seal on the skin and keep that hydration in. And that's where both these products don't do an amazing job. For the defensive one, you've got ingredients like scoline and that mango butter, which forms a thin layer and seals that hydration in. Now, for the defensive rich one, you've also got those waxy ingredients apart from scoline, which form a thicker seal on top of the skin. They do a better job of sealing that hydration in. So the defensive one is for oily skin types, and the defensive rich one, because you need a much stronger seal for dry skin, the defensive rich one is for dry skin. Having said that the defensive one can suit oily skin, there is a caveat, and I'll come to that in a bit. This is not a cheap product. It is an expensive product. So in that case, it has to do something more than what a basic product would do, especially because it markets itself for sensitive skin. See, for sensitive skin, you need three things. You need to calm the skin down because skin is red and inflamed and irritated. So you need to bring that inflammation down. You need to be able to shield the skin because skin is a bit reactive, sensitive skin. You need to kind of protect it, and this is where ingredients like antioxidants come into play. And finally, you need ingredients which can rebuild. See, skin's top layer, it acts as a barrier, it acts as a wall. When this wall is strong, that's when skin stays hydrated, skin is less irritated, skin is less prone to breakouts. Now, for sensitive skin, this wall is not always strong. It's usually a bit weak. So we need ingredients which can strengthen that barrier. So these three ingredients are the ones which can actually classify a moisturizer as a moisturizer for sensitive skin. And it should have no fragrance or ingredients which can actually further irritate the skin. Now, ingredients which can actually further irritate like fragrance, that it doesn't have. So that's a good thing. What about the other three types? Calming one, Bioderma is using active called red sage. Bioderma says it's a really good at calming the skin down. For shielding, that is the protection part, it's got vitamin E, and then it's got another ingredient called carnosine, which is also good antioxidant, meaning it can do that protection. The problem with carnosine is, though it's a good ingredient, it barely penetrates the skin. If it's not going to penetrate the skin and get into the slightly deeper layers, it's not going to do much. So that's something to remember as well. And finally, with the rebuild, and this is where you need ingredients which can strengthen the barrier function, the wall function. You need ingredients like ceramides and cholesterol and fatty acids. Now, this product doesn't have any of that. So on that sensitivity side, the calming, shield and the rebuild hardly has good impressive ingredients. In fact, for rebuild, it doesn't have anything. For the other two, also so-so. So on this front, on the sensitive skin side, it actually falls down. But we do pay a high price for this product, mainly because it's marketed as a product for that sensitive skin, meaning it kind of gives us an impression that it's doing something amazing for the skin. That's why that extra price is actually because it's marketed for sensitive skin. So would I buy this product? First, they're decent moisturizers, not amazing moisturizers, decent moisturizers. Let's say you've got normal skin. Your skin has no reactivity, no sensitivity, it's not dehydrated, no rosacea, no redness. Then consider this. If you've got oily skin, go for the defensive one. For dry skin, go for the defensive rich one. Having said that, just remember that you are paying a huge surcharge on this product, mainly because it's for sensitive skin. So if you don't have sensitive skin and are still considering buying this product, there are way better moisturizers. So not worth looking at this and not paying that additional price. And now to the sensitive skin, the people who this product is actually marketed for. I would have to give the product a miss, because if it's dehydrated your skin is sensitive, red, inflamed, irritated, there are not enough ingredients to bring it back to normal stage. And so why would I pay that additional amount and buy this product? One thing I must give to Bioderma is it's got no fragrance, it's got no essential oils, it's got no denatured alcohol. So these are the kind of ingredients which can irritate the skin even further. So on that front, those ingredients should definitely not be there in a product which is marketed for sensitive skin. And you'll be surprised at how many products are there in the market which are marketed for sensitive skin but still carry that fragrance or that essential oil. Now that one, Bioderma does the right thing. It doesn't have those nasty ingredients. But still, it doesn't cross that finish line for me for sensitive skin as well. That's about it. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, please give me a like and do subscribe to my channel. That will really help me a lot, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.